Hello and welcome to this week's Glasstire Top 5. It is the week of July 2nd, 2020. I'm Christina Rees.
And I'm Brandon Zech.
And this week we are counting down what we're going to call This is Artists Take on the American Flag. These are our 5 favorite renditions of the American flag as covered by artists. Started the earliest one is 1970. There are more recent ones as well. These are all American artists, and all of them have used the American flag in their artwork before. Some of them are known for it. And this is because the 4th of July is coming up, and because our country is in terrible disarray, and it just seems timely.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, work done with the American flag is pretty political. So that's kind of the slant of all of these works. Some of them are just political in different kinds of ways.
If we miss out on one of your favorites or several of your favorites, it's not that we're not aware of them. We know Jasper Johns has done flags. We know a lot of wonderful artists have used flags in their work, and controversial artists who like to provoke. These are just what we're thinking of this week.
So jumping in, number 5 is maybe a little bit of an outlier on our list because it's more localized and maybe less well known compared to our later picks. But number 5 is, Christina, you and I both love this piece, and it's by the Houston duo, the Art Guys. It's an older piece. It's from 1990, but it's called, very blatantly, it is what it is. It's ashes of the American flag rearranged into 3 other easily recognizable symbols. And it's ashes of the American flag that have been glued on paper in the shape of a cross, in the shape of the Coca-Cola logo, and in the shape of the communist hammer sickle. This is one of the Art Guys pieces that tells it exactly how it is. It is what it is, but at the same time, it's comments on, it's consumerist culture, religion, and kind of America's fears all made out of what makes America, America.
It's also a burned flag. It came from a flag that they had to burn in order to get the ashes. So it automatically starts with this premise that this thing had to be destroyed in order to formulate these other things. And I also like that it's use of an American flag in the work without actually showing an American flag, but while still getting the point across about what the American flag symbolizes or what it has failed to live up to. Number 4 on our list is a piece by William Pope L. It's called Trinket. It's anything but a trinket. It's from 2008. It's a gigantic American flag. In 2015, he shared it at MoCA Guffin in Los Angeles. This flag is, it's 45 feet long, 16 feet tall. He put a bunch of fans under it, so it was constantly in motion. It was just this overwhelming presence in this big cavernous room.
Fans and lighting. It was really dramatic. And one of the reasons, it was made in 2008, before the presidential election in 2008. And the kind of impetus behind it was that at that point in time, Obama was running to be president, and there were scandals around him not wearing an American flag lapel pin.
Right.
Even though his opponent, John McCain, always wear an American flag lapel pin. So this was Pope L's kind of grand response. And it's it has the classic Pope L. There's humor and irony just is saturating this piece. It's a profound statement of how some people kind of have to show their Americanness in a way that is absurd if you look at it, and it is objectionable, and it's
performative.
It's performative.
Yeah.
And if you aren't performative, then something is wrong. Whereas other people don't have to be performative about it.
Number 3, we're going to stick with LA MoCA for just a second. It's Barbara Kruger. She did a flag, an American flag called Untitled, originally in 1990. It was reinstalled on the side of LA MoCA in 2018. It looks like an American flag, but she's asking Barbara Kruger-esque questions. Here's the thing about Barbara Kruger is I feel like she kind of had her heyday in the 80s and early 90s. I feel like she didn't disappear by any stretch, but people weren't paying as much attention to some of her very prescient statements that she had years earlier. And then she's definitely kind of come back into vogue in a certain way. I've always thought she was great. I've always thought that Robert Hughes was wrong about her, that she is a good artist. And this is a great flag. It's a really powerful flag. It's asking a lot of the questions that we're asking right this second, that we've been asking for years.
The fact that this piece could have been created anytime so far in America's history and can still hold up is kind of amazing. The fact that Barbara Kruger herself could just kind of make the same work over and over, and a new generation will see it and respond to it, is amazing. And the message is there, especially when it's painted on the side of a building. Number 2 this week is a really fantastic piece by Dred Scott. So this is an earlier work of his. It's from 1988, and it was at a show at the Art Institute of Chicago. And the piece is called "What is the Proper Way to Display a U.S. Flag?" The whole point was there's a poster with a picture of South Koreans burning the flag and just kind of a photo montage and asking that question. But there's a flag on the ground in a written like gallery guide response book. So visitors were invited to write their responses to this piece in the book. And of course, by doing so, basically to get access to the book, you had to stand on the American flag. Mm-hmm. And this is one of the, I think, rather few examples of an artwork really kind of creating a national storm around it. President Bush at the time in 89, he responded. The Senate and the legislature decided to pass provisions around the respect of the flag, partly because of this piece. And the responses that Dred Scott received, written in the book, are, I mean, some of them are very overwhelming in how thoughtful they are. Some of them are scathing. Many of them are racist. Many of them just are, there are a whole lot of things going on with all of those statements.
It's an important piece. It's his first really major important piece, the first one that really kind of got him on the map. So number 1 on our list is right now a hometown favorite in terms of Houston, because it happens to be here right now at the MFAH and their Soul of a Nation show that just opened. It's David Hammond's. This particular piece is called Black First, America Second, from 1970. But David Hammond's has been working with American flags since the late 60s.
Yeah, one of maybe his best works around the flag, which I think is worth mentioning and in kind of including on this list also, is the African American flag that he made in 1990 for a museum in Amsterdam. There's a copy of this flag hangs outside of the Studio Museum in Harlem. The kind of whole idea is it's inspired by Pan-African colors, but it's reconfiguring the American flag because obviously when the American flag was created, it did not take in the African-American experience.
This is a body print from 1970, the one that we're talking about in particular. He didn't do body prints for that much longer, but that was kind of earlier work for him. But this is a beautiful, beautiful composition. It's just a powerful, powerful piece. I'm glad it's here. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And also just be sure to look up what else David Hammons has done with the American flag. He made other body prints using the flag. This isn't the only one. This was a series, and it went on for several years, and then he continued to work with the flag in other ways. Look, it's a special, strange, very weird year. Let's just wait until next year to deal with the 4th of July.
Just stay inside and celebrate by looking at some political, awesome flag art.
There you go. There you go. See some art.
See some art.